Oh boy. Alright guys. So this is a tricky topic. We are on neuronal pools. I never touched this in my life. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. We never went over this when I did AP1. But I took a look over it. It's not too difficult. So, I'm going to touch on this real quick. So neuronal pools are basically the way signals travel along your body. So, where's my red marker at? There it is. Basically, how signals travel down your neurons, right? And there's different ways they do it. So let's start with the most basic. A diverging one. And these are all called circuits, right? I think I spelled that completely wrong, didn't I? That's my rule. Okay, a divergent circuit is the first one. Basically, all it is you have one input, many outputs. So, one input, many output. So, you know, you have like one guy, one neuron. He sends signals down to two other neurons. I'll just draw them little diamonds, right? And they send down to two more. Right? I mean, it's very rudimentary. Does this sort of make sense to you guys? So divergent, one input, many outputs. So we have our input, actually, our input and our output. Right? Not too hard. Then we move on to a little bit different. Converging circuit, right? And these are basically many inputs but one output. So you're gonna have, let's see, let's say we have one neuron here, right? And he's just hanging out. But then he's got a neuron to his right, a neuron to the left, and a neuron above him. And they're all sending signals to him. Right? Yeah. This is our center guy. But he is taking all these signals and he's shooting them back out. So, it's a little confusing. Many input, one output. Alright? So divergent spreads out, convergence, it comes into one. Then you have where it gets a little bit more confusing. So you have a reverberating circuit. I spelled that. Let's see. You see, I had to look at my notes because I literally have never seen this before, but it makes a lot of sense. A reverberating circuit, basically, you basically just have it, like, think of, you know, like music, like a reverb, you know, it comes back to you. So we'll have neuron number 1, number 2, number 3, right? then we'll have this one neuron, there's a big guy right over here, right? And the way this works is it's reverberating. So you have one signal coming out to this guy, right? What he does, this neuron will send it to the next one, but he will also send it back to this guy. This guy sends it back to the first one. So, what keeps happening is, yeah, I'm trying to see if I did this right. And then we're gonna have this guy come up like that. Is this correct? No. Sorry, that was 100% incorrect. Not 100%. It's simply like that. So this continues to go down, but as it goes down, this sends it back and back and back, and you have a sort of circle, a reverberated circle. Okay. Does this make any little bit of sense? Basically, this one travels through a chain, right? So we're going a whole loop. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and see. Leave this up for a little bit, so if you want to take a look at it, you can go and pause the video. But I'm going to erase this and then talk about the last guy before we end it off there. Right. Okay. So, last, but definitely not least, big guy. Parallel, I think it's after discharge? Yeah. Parallel after discharge. It's okay. How does this work? Let me see. Right. Basically, it's horrible handwriting today. Signal stimulates, I think, the neurons, right? Yeah. Signal stimulates neurons. We'll write that one actually. Arrays. Arrays basically just mean the arrangements they're in. So you would have your head guy, right? Similar to the very first one. You have the head neuron, and he's sending signals down to other neurons, correct? But he's going down to multiple different ones. But they sort of just stimulate each other as the signals go down. So you would have one up here, but he's sending a signal down to this guy. Right, so it's almost like a little shape. So like that, right? And then we'll just add one. Just to match your diagram in your slides, and look at that right there. Right. But he's basically just sending signals down, and as the excuse me, as the where they go, as the neurons send signals down, they sort of activate each other. So it's coming down here, this activates this guy, these signals passing by, I stimulate everybody else, and they move down, and that is what's known as a parallel after discharge circuit. This is one of those things that, like I said, I didn't go over it at all. If you're gonna go into the medical field, I don't think you're really gonna have to know this. The doctor's not gonna be like, "Hey, can you please tell me what if the patient's neurons are doing?" You don't have to know that. But this is the kind of thing where you see this on the test, it's probably going to be like 1 or 2 questions, so don't stress yourself out too much over this. You're definitely going to have to worry more about neurotransmitters for sure, and resting memory potential, as well as like sleep and memory and stuff, which we'll get to. But that's pretty much it when it comes to this. There's really not that much. I pretty much went over what's on your slides, just sort of explaining it as well. But that's pretty much it.